Invest in the right technology when choosing your hearing aids. The majority of listening to aids are virtual, and all of them require both a conventional listening to useful resource battery or a rechargeable hearing resource battery to function. To take sounds from the sector into your ear to cause them to louder, all hearing aids in Sri Lanka use the equal easy additives. Sounds from the sector are recorded using transportable microphones. The incoming sound is transformed into virtual code by way of a PC chip with an amplifier. It analyzes and modifications the sound based on the hearing loss, listening situations, and the frequency of sounds within the environment. The amplified alerts are then translated to sound waves and transmitted to your ears via audio system, that are also known as receivers. The functions cited under are extraordinarily vital when making an investment inside the right generation inside the system of your purchase. Microphones with a directional pattern. Those are located at the hearing useful resource in order that sounds coming from in the front of you are picked up better, even as sounds coming from behind or beside you dwindle. Any hearing aids have the capacity to intention in one route most effective. When you're in an atmosphere with a variety of historical past noise, directional microphones will help you pay attention higher. Batteries that may be recharged. Rechargeable batteries are utilized in a few listening to aids. This will make maintenance easy for you with the aid of heading off the need to replace the battery on a daily foundation. Telecoils are a shape of telescoping device. While Speak Me on a telecoil well-matched phone, telecoils make it easy to recognize. The telecoil filters out noise from the surroundings when selecting up indicators from a listening to useful resource like minded smartphone. Telecoils can also select up signals from public induction loop systems, which might be utilized in certain churches and theaters and permit you to listen a speaker, play, or film more genuinely. There's a Wi-Fi hyperlink open. Hearing aids are increasingly able to communicate wirelessly with Bluetooth-enabled devices which include cell phones, music gamers, laptops, and televisions. To select up the cell phone or other sign and send it to the hearing resource, you may need to use an intermediate gadget. Controls through a remote. Any hearing aids come with remote control, permitting you to exchange settings with no need to touch the unit. Any hearing aids attach wirelessly to a cellular phone and come with a telephone app that helps you to use your smartphone as a remote control. Direct audio enter is to be had. This characteristic calls for you to apply a cable to hook up with audio from a TV, tablet, or tune participant. Programming of variables. A few listening to aids have the ability to keep several pre-programmed settings for different listening conditions and conditions. Synchronization is a term used to explain the technique of bringing two hearing aids with two ears need to be designed to work together with such that adjustments made to one ear's hearing useful resource, quantity modulation or software enhancements, are often made to the other ear's listening to resource, taking into consideration less complicated verbal exchange. Before you check for hearing resource fees in Sri Lanka, make sure you comply with the procedures cited under. Have an appointment for a physical examination. Consult the physician to rule out any probably treatable assets of listening to loss, along with earwax or microorganism. Also, get your listening to checked by way of a professional audiologist. Make an appointment with a reputable audiologist. Ask the doctor for advice in case you don't know a respectable audiologist. An audiologist will examine your listening to, help you in selecting the high-quality listening to useful resource, and customize the equipment to fit your particular desires. When you have listening to harm in each ears, hearing aids will offer the greatest outcomes. Inquire for a loose trial length. A hearing resource is usually available for an ordeal length. It will make the effort so that you can adapt to the tool and assess if it's far right for you. Get the value of a tribulation written down, at the side of if it's miles counted against the final value of the listening to aid and how much is refundable if the listening to useful resource is back after the trial duration. Don't forget the future requirements. Inquire about the possibility to boost the energy of the listening to useful resource you've selected such that it could always be effective if the hearing loss worsens. Listening to aids are not indestructible free net content, despite the fact that they are able to last for as a minimum 5 years. Search for a promise. Test to appear that the listening to aid comes with a assurance that protects all components and exertions for a fixed quantity of time. The assurance of certain dispensers may additionally provide workplace visits or consulting services. Please subscribe and share our YouTube channel. Thank you.